Okay, we're actually live.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
What do you think?
Welcome to Daytona, best known for as the world center of racing. It's hosted the Daytona 500, the Daytona 24 hours, and now Oscar comes back for another Encore special. We're here to decide which teams have got what it takes to get themselves into the 2.4 hours of Sebring. Remarked currently, we are championship winner of season 11, Mia, today, drives in the one secret Formula Motorsports Ferrari. Can she perhaps go on and win yet another race in the Oscar category and keep on climbing those record towers in the 010 Protovision Doritos in that Bentley? Is he going to try and challenge Mia today as she maybe will try and run away with the lead? Currently, as it stands, she's about 2 seconds up on Custy as she's at a 152.0. I'm joined with my co-commentator Aaron. Aaron, would you say that Mia can possibly win this race, or will she face a bigger challenge than she's faced in season 11?
I mean, I'd personally be surprised if she'd struggle anymore at all. Like, I mean, she's been dominant all season really in most categories she's raced, so I don't think today is gonna be any difference.
I mean, I have been analyzing her like laps within the preparation up to this weekend. She's been fast, but not like fast where the pace has been like half a second quicker, a second quicker, usually seen in her usual machine of the 22 SFM Inca. But she was always not really in that fastest car zone, if you see where I mean. Always on that edge of the BOP, but me personally, couldn't really see the issue. She drove the car, she dominated well. So, like you said, you'd be surprised if she faced any challenge, but it's whole GT3, it's a completely different new kind of fish to handle in terms of like speed and handling. I'd honestly be surprised if she just walked away and dominated it.
I mean, she seemed to have some issues with the Bob early on in the week, but I think the Ferrari's gotten better Bob, so I don't know. I think she'll fare well.
I mean, let's hope so. But I mean, Sylvia in that 122 center point United machine, he's he's been thereabouts, or has been thereabouts in terms of his pace. I think personally he could also challenge, along with the retails, could challenge Mia in terms of that performance. But currently, if we're looking at the standings so far in terms of lap time, she's 9 tenths clear of custody. So maybe she's not going to face that bigger challenge I was alluding to. But this is qualifying. The race is much different. You've got an hour to get into that groove. But with tire wear and fuel, she'll have to think a lot. Maybe mistakes will creep in. But I just want to touch on one thing. Coming next season to ISCC, we've got TCR replacing the outgoing LMP3, which doesn't really see that many numbers in its final send off, which I was quite surprised about. What do you think of the new TCR cars coming into the next season?
Me personally, I really like DCRs, of course. That it's a cool category to have, and I think a lot of the community's been really excited about them as well. So it's probably changed for the better, yeah.
Possibly and hopefully change for the better. ISCC has seen really good participation, especially in the GT categories, GT3 and GT4. Hopefully TCR can improve that, which I think it should do and will improve that by a mile. Custody has improved in that 32 SFM machine. It currently stands at a SFM 1-2, which we haven't really seen in SFM. Custody hasn't always been there in attendance or thereabouts. Maybe SFM can mark that stable point in this like S11 send off. Would you say they're comfortable for like a 1-2 today?
I don't think so. I think Mia being P1 is really comfortable to, like, go about, but I think P2 is going to be much more contested, if anything.
Yeah, because if I'm looking at the gaps right now, you've got about an 8 second, sorry, not 8 second, a tenth of a difference back to Panos. Then the retails just a few thousands off. Redman Riot a tenth behind him. Then Scorch, Blitz, James, and Stradale, who we'll touch on in deeper in a second. He's thereabouts. Stradale isn't that type of slow driver. He's determined. He puts in the work, and I think maybe he might challenge Custody for that second. As I say that, however, Sylvia does improve to P3. So as I was alluding to, or explaining earlier, Sylvia can challenge, and he looks to be challenging in that fight. However, I do want to touch on about is the teams that can potentially get into Sebring in that nice pre-invitational. I probably wouldn't say that, but like,
Yeah, it's some invitationals, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, for whatever eligible team finishes highest.
yeah, because
But
as I'm looking at the sheet right now, sorry, just cut in there. SFM obviously don't have that, so would it possibly be like, if it's not them, would it just be the highest placed team?
I believe so, yeah.
So at that point, I think Center Point have a really good chance of doing so. I mean,
Scorch is
maybe.
third fastest.
Scorch, that is impressive, but that is impressive. He's another challenger to Custody as well. Even if it's not for invitationals, this is going to be shaping up to be a really good race.
Yeah, for
Mia,
sure.
as so far, isn't clear, like 2 seconds clear. She's gonna face some tough competition. Flash, as I've just seen there, has gone up to
Flash is
P4.
short. Meanwhile, over them GT4 with Bro Moment Provisionary Ball.
That's a very decent lap from him. Just about 10th and a half quicker than Johnson in that machine there. Roman currently in the free of Tachyon Racing. I've butchered that really badly. They've got a pretty good chance. They've got a pretty good chance this time out, trying to get that elusive GT Invitational spot to Sebring. I think they could do it. They've got what it takes.
Yeah, and
Johnson on the other hand, in 78 of Meme Racing, a very, very interesting name and a very interesting livery there. That is, I mean, livery aside and driver aside, the team relatively new to Oscar. They've got a chance to prove themselves and to show their stuff.
yeah, and that's really the case for anybody present here, because even if you don't get the instant invitational spot, just being here tends to be a good showing of activity and of what you can do, and it might still land you favorable reputation going towards Sebring.
Yeah, and even if they don't want to like choose or continue in ISCC, even after Encore, maybe try and get some XLMS that way. They would have a pretty good chance because their past results would stack up and they'd be pretty consistent. You just have to be pretty consistent with an Oscar. You don't have to be like second, first, third all the time. You just gotta consistently attend, consistently score points, and just do the best that you can. Like even if you retire from like a race or two, it's not really gonna dampen your reputation or something. Like everyone bounces back from that. But touching on the new entry of stuff here, the 386 of Hunix. Now, last season in LMP, where Dimension Motorsport made a return. A return with you and I, Aaron. Not surprisingly, but we did make a return. But is Hunix? Can she maybe prove to AAR Eclipse that this new outfit, totally new outfit, no, it's got a good history with sponsoring Dimension and recently with Eclipse as well. I think she's got a good chance of getting their name up there. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I mean, Manix is one of the drivers that tends to be up there in XMS at least, so. For now, she's only P12, but race is yet to come. And quality's not over yet either. We still have a minute left on the clock.
Yeah. Drivers will be coming across the line to start their final laps or just finishing the penultimate laps now. Mia in particular, I did set an invalid, but that was about 4 thousandths quicker. Custy, Scorch, and Flash on the other hand, they're going invalid. They've got to keep it nice, spick and span to make sure that they don't invalid, so they actually stand a chance within this race. For a moment, Indy GT4 currently still holds pole position. A winner of this event back in LMP3, I believe he has what it takes to get that win in here today. Johnson, that meme racing car though, he's not going to back down without a fight. I think in both classes, we're definitely going to see.
Play Games just improves to second in class.
And purple sector for Mira as well. She did improve, but Sylvia up to second by 9 milliseconds on custody. The checkered flag is out now, so drivers will be coming across the line for their final laps. As RTA just come off NASCAR turn 4 into the tribal section now. Can he improve? He was invalid actually. He did not improve. That's my bad.
Valid.
Flash, on the other hand, just coming to the bus stop now. He doesn't look up, but he's thereabouts in terms of sector times. Can he round NASCAR turns 3 and 4 now? Just about to cross over onto that little bump section down into the tribal section. Is he going to improve? Will he improve? Because in the chat he's fumbled, so I don't think he's improved.
Nope, that's an invalid.
Has not.
What I do see down in GT4's Play Games is on another green sector. Let me see if I can find him.
Play Games has gone past. He's done his PvP,
oh, and he's invalid now through sector 2.
But he has got up into seconds though, by 2 milliseconds. Wow, Johnson with a PV third sector can't do any better than that. Unfortunately, Mia just rounding the final couple of corners now. Even if she doesn't improve, she'll still be on the pole. Maybe she just wants to put the icing on the cake.
Sylvia sets the lap, still stays second.
10th off Custy hasn't finished this lap. Mia across the line.
That's Mia across the line. Sets a quicker lap.
152.049.
Closest competitor, Custy is in fact not out on track anymore. Scorch is invalid. Race in the pits as well. If anyone's still out there?
YB is also in the pits. I think
everyone's finished their laps by now.
So
that means Mia looks down pole position in GT3 and overall, and then for a moment looks down pole for GT4.
Indeed. 2 of the headliners to win in their respective classes. They're one step there, but the next step is a long 1-hour race. Can they do it? Now if we just wait for them to get lined up.
Yep. Calls for our time to take a little break before everyone gets their cars lined up. So we'll be back shortly. We're back on.
Okay. Welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway, where we are almost set for what is set to be an enthralling race. Once again, Mia on pole. Not a surprise anymore. And Bro Moment currently in pole in GT4. While we're lined up and while we're waiting, we're going to quickly go through the grid. Already in pole, as I've mentioned, is Mia. Second place is Sylvia in the 19 car. Third
It's
place
actually missing in the
will be
grid order, I
Cust.
think, but
Pardon?
it's not in the grid order here, so I don't know where it is, but
Oh. The 19 is just behind, just alongside the 32.
Huh.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
66 of Scorch should be in grid order. He'd be P4. The 2
Yeah,
of
the two.
Flash, I believe, if my eyes are right, he is P5. Then will be followed by Panos in the. Well, that's not correct.
The 010. It's a Pro Division
010
car.
would be the. That would be the pro version of Doritos. That is not correct. He's meant to be in 7th.
Even in 91 then.
Yeah. I think there's been a like mix up
Probably.
in the
Let's,
grid order.
we'll just run through the other cities. F91 we have to number
Yeah. I believe
20.
the 20, that would be.
Okay.
I have no idea who's in the 20. Apologies for that.
Number 90 is next.
The 90 is. We are about to get rolling here.
Yeah,
By the
just
way.
run through it real quickly. We have 90, we have the
90.
71.
Then we've got the 71, the 166, the 386 of Hunnix, the 45 DHL Bentley, the 92 Rockstar
That's
Racing
Radar, I
Machine,
think. 38,
38.
the
Then we've
911,
got the 911, the 226 of Ray Wolfo, the 56, 14, the 04. Then we have the 13 machine of Crown Racing, the 34 of HTC Euroworks Racing, and the 36 of the Peru Inca Sport Racing.
And get to the GT4 field.
Into GT4.
Number 3,
3
Bro.
is Bro Moment. 104 Play Games, who will have to serve a drive-through penalty in the opening laps due to a lack of pit box. Johnson, a 78 of Meme Racing, I believe is either Lip Me or that is Lip Me in the 227 of Eclipse, AAR Eclipse. The 26 of Pretoria Racing, the 555 of Amp Speed, owned by our very own Brad, the 049 of Blue Force GP, the 0115 of Emmy Racing Team, who is new here and set to prove themselves. I don't think the 150 is here today though, which is a shame. And rounding off the grid is the returning favourite of Rossini Junior Senior Racing. And that rounds off all grids in the field as we are set to roll here.
Should be going racing very soon.
The 555 is driven by Feint as well in amp speed to just clear that up. This has the makings of, once again, another special Encore race. 1 hour. Drivers do have to make a pit stop. Unfortunately, there'll be no stopping today, as we've had the pleasure of seeing about a good few times in the past that teams have attempted to no stop, but it hasn't really worked out. Thankfully, we won't be seeing anyone trying to.
I think that's the next mess that is, right?
Yep.
Safecar lights on, drives are ordered to the cars, and we're about to get in the way.
We hops into the car. We've got a CC limit of 45. If they go over that, they'll receive a drive-through penalty. And I believe it is the next 40 after that. 3 more until you receive a disqualification. That might be inaccurate on my end.
We are almost ready to get away for 60 minutes at that turn. For
60.
the last event of season 11 of RSCA.
Which will set us up nicely in a couple of moments' time for the 11th or 12th edition of the 2.4 Hours of Sebring.
Assume it be the 12th then.
12th, sorry, yeah. 12th edition of Sebring. The question is pretty much on everyone's mind is, when will XLMS come back to Daytona? I think potentially, if a good showcase of racing is shown on display here today, we might see it back for S12.
There goes safety count. We're finally rolling for the formation map.
Overall leader in GT3 Mia sets us rolling as the cars just now start peeling off pit road one by one. Anticipation, nervousness levels. They start building up for those final few minutes before the race. The practice laps have been run. Now it's just going to be whether the drivers and the teams, they've analyzed, they've got their strategies on point.
Here comes the GT4 fields.
Maybe let's just start rolling off now. Over here though, who's your pick for GT3 and GT4 winners today, Aaron?
Well, I mean, it's probably the obvious answers, but that's gonna be Mia and Bromo, really.
Interesting. For me, this is gonna seem a bit off counter for GT3, but I'm gonna say Sylvia in the 19. I think he's got what it takes. If he gets past Custy, he can potentially close up to Mia. And if Mia maybe makes a mistake, is pushed too hard on fuel, that will give Sylvia the edge. And for GT4, I'll say Bro Moment. He's consistent in that class. He knows how to drive the Supra. I think he's got a great chance to lock it down again today.
I don't think fuel's gonna make much difference today. I mean, even the 0 stop would have been close as possible, if not like easily possible fuel-wise. So I doubt with the 1 stop.
If it was allowed. If only it was allowed, unfortunately.
Yeah. With the 1 stop, fuel's gonna mean little today out there. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be an easy cruise for me. It's probably gonna be an easy cruise for Bro as well, really.
I mean, if Mia
but
just
I'm open for surprises.
Yeah. I mean, in the past, we have seen when Mia isn't leading or isn't in attendance in the race has been action-packed, but
I mean, the race is action-packed anyway, just not for first.
Yeah. I mean, even if there's not really a lead battle going on, there's always action down the field. It's not always dependent on first, second, or third. Maybe for 9th, you'll find the most interesting battle.
I'd be intrigued, but we'll see.
The safety car is just about getting ready to pull off now.
It's gonna hand control to Mia for the start.
The leader does control the pace for Mia and Bro Moment as well in the back. She's just
We
waiting.
roll onto the tri-oval now.
Just waiting for that Geico start zone.
Don't think we're sponsored by Geico. Oh, we are.
Sadly not.
Track
But
is,
today
I
we are.
guess.
I tell you what, she's
I
dropped the
think
gun.
we were. Yep.
Green flag racing.
That's the start of 1 hour here Daytona for Encore. Mia's of Valkasi follows. Let's see what else is going on.
Mia is already starting to pull
Let's
out a
see
gap
what's
there.
going on down in GT4.
And GT4 is go.
GT4's on the way. Bro Moment seems
Play
up really
games.
well right now.
And we've got Limp Me and Johnson in the
You
back there
guys
as well.
further
Just keeping tabs
down.
as well. As we see
the back
the 555, the Fate, he's had a slow
GT3,
start.
where Mia already builds a convincing gap. And I think
Well,
that's
she's
going to
known
be
for doing
Custy up in
best.
second with also a decent gap out there.
As a 53.
53 is ordered to give back positions.
That is definitely a surprise. That is the Rossini Junior Senior racing car of Fate. Sorry, no, it's not. That's an error again for me, my bad there. Completely different classes, by the way.
Scorch running in 30, I think. 19 Relux, yep.
Me already coming through the bus stop chicane. She's already about a second clear of her teammate so far.
With another almost second clear of the Relux, I think.
Just doing what she does best.
Again, it's another second clear as well, I think.
It's very tight for fourth.
Never mind.
In the back there.
Yeah, who's that in the Pro Division? That's the
Doritos.
Doritos. Oh wow, that's I think 3 cars there.
Yep.
Battling for P4, chasing down the 19 for the last podium spot as well. Into turn 1. I think they're slowly catching up to the 19 as well.
Yep, Sylvia hasn't really got the best. He hasn't found the best groove so far, but he's closing up on Gusty. This is good so far for Sylvia. Cause I can't appear to find them on the spectator sheet, unfortunately. But down in GT4 though, Bro Moment hasn't exactly got away from play games. The top 4 though, all in a land of their own. We've got Bro Moment, Play Games, Johnson, and Lip Me, all in tow. About 2.3 seconds cover them at the current moment in time. As we flash back to the front though, we can just see Mia is just once again driving is one on of her own, but further behind we can see Sylvia is right up the back of Custy, coming down into the bus stop. He's there for second. He is very much there for second.
Oh yeah, that's closed. I think the 19 is about to make the pass through the bus stop here.
Just about. Custy got it back on the exit. I think Sylvia, if he brakes late enough, he'll get him back down into turn 1. We're just coming through the NASCAR banks turn to 3 and 4. We're coming down to that dip just in a few seconds down
Hard to see it. That neck and neck on the tri-oval here. I think coming onto the tri-oval actually.
Neck and neck, through and through, side by side.
I see a really close battle for behind him as well.
Yep, that is the 2 of Hyper driving the 66 of Pretoria racing.
Can Custy hold on it through turn 1? It's a question.
And Sylvia is ahead. Sylvia is ahead. Fractionally, but he's ahead, and Custy into the hairpin. Out of the hairpin, isn't going to regain that.
Nope, I think Sylvia has this for now.
Sylvia with a better exit has got that. The CC counter though on these two, if I can just find them. Custy so far only 1 on 1 CC. That is good stuff so far. Currently down in 12th place and fighting with the 71, 166 in a gaggle of cars for P9 here.
Oh, that is a massive gaggle there.
That's going from about 9th down to like to 15th, 16th, I'd say.
Might
That
just be.
is
That
massive
is
train of cars.
one massive pack of cars all fighting
That's what you're
together
gonna see.
within the same few seconds.
Yep. They covered about like a good 1 to 2 seconds, if I had to guess. The
That's
Heineken
starting
are just settling in.
through the chicane here, and wow, yeah, that is a lot of cars together.
71 just creeping up on the Vortex car there. Onyx is eager to get past them, but maybe into sector 1 currently. We can see on the timing sheets though, we've only got valid times from Custy, Ray, and Flash. Not a valid time so yet from Mia, which indicates she is kind of pushing. Which indicates she is pushing.
But she is also 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field here. As a battle for second, I think, is spicing up here. I see the two joining. I see the... I think that's a Pretoria joining?
Yep. Pretoria just back there. G91 as well.
I think that's it. Two coming up now. Trying to pass Custy.
Out of nowhere. The two's coming through. I did not expect that from them today. Oh my. That's really knocked me back, that has, because Hyperdrive, I think they're relatively new. They might have done ICC or Inca Cup, to my understanding. But this would be really good if they can.
I think that passed Custy here onto the oval.
Custy's been passed. Custy has been passed.
Custy's slowing, dropping off here.
Custy, I think, he might be conserving the tires, or he might be early fuel saving.
I'd be surprised if he'd be fuel saving this much.
I mean, ideally, you'd want to get through the first few laps and then start to think about fuel saving, but Custy's trying to go long here, I think. He's definitely trying to go long. For Hyperdrive, I don't think they're going long.
I don't think anyone should be going along with how the fuel's going to be here, but...
Yeah. I think if the one stop is on the cards here, I'd say we start seeing some pits in about 15 minutes from now. But back in GT4 though, it is Bro Moment still leading.
It's actually not Sylvia's 1 and 19, that's Scorch.
Oh. That is my bad then.
Who is comfortably still ahead of the two for now. I shouldn't say comfortably, because they're still very close on his back.
Yeah, very close. Mia's not really gapping. She's there at 3.5 seconds.
That's a stable lead.
Very stable. But if she makes like a slight mistake, has to make an overcorrection or something like that, I can guarantee you these pack of cars will be on her tail.
And that's it too, right? All over the 19 now. I think they're going to pass him really quick.
Going for it now. The two out of nowhere.
Well,
the potential
see who that is in the two real quick. That's the Hyperdrive.
I have no idea who's that into two. I'm pretty sure that could be RTA for all I know, but that is just a guess.
Hyperdrive, that should be...
No, RTA is in the 91 or G91.
Oh, that's Panos, I think. Hold on.
Yeah, that is Panos.
Yep, that's Panos in number 2. And I think he's just about past Scorch there.
Just about. It's just edging ahead slightly, coming in.
Into the bus stop.
Still fractionally ahead. But is ahead, so to speak. Out of nowhere, to Hyperdrive, one of the teams eligible to an automatic invitational to Sebring, they're on their way. If they keep this pace up, they are really on their way to doing so.
No, further bit back down the pack, I think the pack's starting to spread out a little.
Yeah, it really
I think the 166 and 386 are getting away from the Aero works down there.
Yeah, there is just a small gap between the Pretoria and G91 machine, of RTA just starting to form that little 2-second buffer there. But Hunix now, to briefly touch on, is now up into 9th. So she is past that Euroworks and that second Relux machine and setting her eyes on the Vortex machine into the hairpin. Just not ahead because the one just has got a better exit at the time being.
The Gaggle's still kind of alive, actually.
It is. It's starting to thin out now, though. You can just see, if you look at the leaderboards, the 04 and the 36 machine are really not coming off. But you can just see it's a small gap there. If you look at this 45 Maholt machine, just a gap there, back down to the 226.
Inconex is making off now, away from the 166. I think that white car is.
She is. She's ahead.
Meanwhile, back towards the bronze. That's Panos and Scorch. I think Panos might actually be pulling out here.
They've been really going at it for these past couple of laps, are they? We're just about to cross onto lap 7 so far. To keep a brief CC update, Panos is currently on 12, Scorch on 4, Mir on 9. So we can really see who's briefly pushing and who isn't. But I just don't think everyone needs to push it at their
Mia's lead grows to 4.7 seconds. The 2 is in fact in second now.
Yep, and Mia did set a PB that last up at 52.0. That was just a fraction of a few thousandths. In fact, that was 21 milliseconds off her best lap in qualifying. Is there a 51 on the cards there? Surely not. But then again, you can't expect pretty much anything from the dominant force of Mia.
And really quickly hop over to what's going on in GT4.
Bromoman still has it locked down.
Bromoman does have it locked down, but the 78, I think, is giving chase really well.
He really is, as is the 227.
7 seems to have fallen back a little bit. I think it's just a two-way battle for the lead here, realistically.
It really is indeed. And to quickly correct myself, it is not Lip Me in the 221, in the 227, sorry. I will find out who is in that machine, just briefly right now. Who could be on that leaderboard?
The 227 might be in the picture, actually. A few seconds. 2 seconds down on the 78, so still in the picture. The 049 there. Things a little further down.
Keeping tabs there in GT4. To touch on the invitational stuff.
I think it's really apparent the Supra seem to be dominating GT4 right now with the top 3 lockdown though.
1, 2, and 3. It really is. It really is the dominant car of choice there.
Meanwhile, I think actually, if we look at the leaderboard at least, the 19's pulled back ahead.
19 is back in. Scorch is back ahead. Only just for a moment, as we now see, there's either 1 or 4 of play games there. He hasn't picked a service penalty.
I assume has by now, considering he's all the way down now.
Yeah. So he'll be looking to pick it up and go again to see if he can make inroads on the top 3, or even so, get a 4th place.
He's gonna be playing catch-up our race, really.
Yep.
He went into this lack of bitbox, and that's just the automatic penalty, so nothing really you can do from there except take it and see what you can recover.
Indeed. He's got it in him to catch up to the other guys there. As we just come onto the back straight now, Scorch just a few hundreds of tenths ahead of the 2.
Scorch seems to be pulling off again, into the bus stop now. We can get the bad exits.
pretty much the same exit there, but I think Custy has actually got a better exit than the two of them and just gained that little bit more.
Oh yeah, because he seems to be pulling a little more speed up there. It's hard to see, but does seem to be a good run.
Just to emphasize, so far, Hyperdrive are the highest eligible car, to my understanding, to receive that invitation to Sebring. So if they've got really good pace with Panos there. He's doing a stellar drive. Qualified P6 in the field. And so far he's up 3 positions where he started coming into the hairpin. He's just found that edge. He's down the inside of Scorch there, but Scorch just edging ahead on the exit there. Mia now coming up to start lapping the upper class of GT4s. The two down below have already been lapped. And something about, I just want to touch briefly, I was looking at the leaderboard, the 386 up into the top 10.
That's right. I want to put attention real quick to the 6.6 and the, what's that, the 0.10 here, locked into battle as well.
Oh yeah, they are heavily locked into battle there.
They're neck and neck on the oval here.
That would be the
I think heading towards the bus stop, I think.
Yeah, they are heading to the bus stop.
Yeah, so that's going to be...
Who's going to get the better exit out of both of them? They both get the same exit.
Yeah, so the Beetle stays ahead of Flash for now.
Flash should really give him a challenger. He's not backing down whatsoever. This is what we want to see. No one giving anyone an edge out there on track. But just so far, you can just see those battles for 2nd, for 5th, for 7th, 8th, 9th, down through 10th to 15th, even for T22. But you find battles anywhere in RSCA. Everywhere you look, there's an ongoing battle elsewhere. As just behind, you can just see that few free gaggles of cars there. The 91, the 911, and the 386 G91. Relux and NBG Motorsports. Hank's determined to her qualifying setback behind her back is doing really well. So far, she qualified P13, up 4 places on that. Very good stuff. You know, she's got that raw, natural pace within her soul. That fire is well and truly being shown right now. Is a top 6 on the cards? Possibly. But we'll have to see if she gets a nice, cheeky little undercut. She is known for doing those undercuts and really thinking outside of the box. She is currently on 15cc. She's got about a 30cc leeway. So she can keep it there.
Oh, she's neck and neck with the other Velux there.
And is ahead, just edging out of NASCAR Turn 2. No, not fully ahead, or side by side, as they lap the 53 Rossini car.
Meanwhile, Mia just laps the other leader, just past Bruh.
Yep, so that is GT4 down a lap, as expected to be. Mia so far hasn't validated on this lap, so she will want to be careful. She does also have a 30cc limit.
Scorch, he seems to have been pulling away a little bit from the hyperdrive here. With, I think, Gussie getting closer. Actually, not quite yet. A bit of a gap there as well.
Gussie's just closing up. He's closing up small bits. I think.
He's trying to get back, I think, here.
I believe the Crown Racing Machine. That is not the Crown Racing Machine. Well, actually, yes. The Crown Racing Machine has dropped out, I think.
Has it?
Maybe had a pit stop, but I believe they have either retired or dropped out due to some issue. which is a shame. I mean, they were there in terms of like the low end pack, so to speak. But looking at the gaps now, we are just stretching out that lead to 7 seconds, just over 7 seconds. Scorch there, Panos, Custy, the retails. You just see that gap. You can just see now the separate cars starting to form, so to speak. Down the back, you can just see Scorch,
Lolsman then, and
Custy.
now on going high
That's
early there to try cut pinch on the 386. You know, that might have gone him ahead going into the bus stop.
The 911 is ahead. Just ahead of the.
Just ahead, still neck and neck.
91 machine with RTA.
Bring us back to GT4 for a second. Bruce still leading. It looks comfortably.
Pulled out a couple of seconds gap to Johnson and that Meme Racing car. So that's gonna be an interesting fight all the way down to the end. We've just ticked over 20 minutes flown by so far.
We're mere 39 left to go from here.
Yep.
And
You can see,
GT4, I think
Scorch is just starting to build out a gap, but I don't think he is. Panos is still on
no,
his...
Panos is still all over him, I think.
Must have gone deep into that either turn 1 or that hairpin section. We've got this really technical sector 1, and then sector 2 is just all about trying to find that right groove coming onto the banked corners of the NASCAR track, known for hosting the famous Daytona 500. But we're here for the Encore, not about NASCAR or stuff like that. Keeping it in check. You can just see the Scorch and Panos, they're dropping custody now. And if you look back, the Retails is closing in. Well, not really closing in, but he's getting there. He's
nice. Made a little gap to the Pretoria as well.
Yeah, but Pretoria is still hanging on. I believe.
On his back. Oh, I see car parked there in this chicane actually.
Yep, that is the 13 Crown Racing machine I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
They've parked it in the bus stop, surprisingly. And the 386 of Hunix really engaged here with RTA and the other Relux machine, neck and neck, pretty much, coming off into the tribal section now. The
that other Relux is going to be manned by a Lolsman. Oh, and was that in the 91? They've just showed up to the battle, yeah? That's RDA. Oh, okay. He was one of the people to watch out for. So he's going to be making his way up the field, I think, because he's just passed both of them.
Wow. Impressive late braking there into turn 1, but Hunix has got it back immediately. He actually sent it in too deep. No.
Hard to see here, but they're all like kind of neck and neck trying to chase down the lead back there.
They're catching the Retails and that Pretoria Racing car.
Are they?
Catching them. Just about.
I think they're all getting a move on, trying to figure out the time's taking down. Getting close to halfway in, just 36 to go.
Hunix
I assume we'll
last lap.
Be expecting some pit stops soon.
Yeah, I should say in about 10 to 15 minutes, if I had to assume, for GT3. So I think the Relux machine of Scorch is just now starting to open up that gap.
It is starting to get away from number 2 there. I think, yeah, Panos is losing a little touch there.
Maybe everyone is now trying to start to save some fuel, go a little bit longer in this race.
I still don't think like fuel's gonna be that much of concern down here, but I think everyone's just trying to settle into a rhythm here as we head into the middle race.
Depending on how hard they've actually pushed their tires as well, so to speak.
Yeah, I think the leading factor, deciding factor today will be tires, if anything. How well you manage them. Well, it's just how well you can keep your pace going into the race.
Yeah, because if you push too hard, you wear out the tires faster. But if you just like take a little backseat and ideally like just start coasting it through the corners, you can save that extra bit of tire wear after that pit stop to just use up at the end. Where the tires may not be at the freshest, they still will be that little bit faster. But Panos is just keeping tabs on Scorch. He's gone a bit wide there. He goes wide.
No, but wide there seems like it, but
A little bit of
nothing
injuice
major.
on this there. She's really trying to keep up with Scorch there for the time being.
Scorch
Custy, on the
seems
other
to be
hand,
pulling away.
yep, Scorch is stretching out that gap.
Because 5
Very
hit
much so.
is still the 6-6 and the 0-10. Seem to be close out here at the moment.
Very close, and if you look
Because,
back, you can
yeah,
just
the
see that
6-6
group of
has
three
got back up to 0-10.
is
Actually,
ahead of the 0-10.
is ahead of it as of right now.
And if you just look behind the 0-10, that free group of cars, 911, 91, 386,
They are catching.
They're coming thick and fast. They're all pushing each other
Oh, they are.
to the point. And I think the 911 just goes through a CC cut there. That won't help them to stay off that limit. But RTA so far on 26 compared to Hunix's 20. You can see how hard he's been pushing to keep tabs with those two.
Seems to
Really
be
hard.
Lolzman is spearheading this chase.
He is indeed. That is in the 911. The second of the Relux machines. Just tabbing over to GT4 though, it appears the gaps have still stayed the same, just with Bro Moment having that little gap over Johnson there. And the 227 Eclipse machine.
2-7 actually
So
seems
far.
to be getting a little close to that 78 here.
Yep, he's closing. And to finally confirm that would be silly in that machine. Of the 227. So I can finally confirm that and put your guys' mind at ease if you were wondering who that is now.
I think
You can
that's
just see, look at the gap in second though. Scorcher stretched out to about second and a couple of tenths. Using more rubber than he needs to, but he's at least covering his own back when it comes to pit stops. Pulling left on the back straight as well. It's a bit interesting considering we don't have slipstream in Oscar. But
thing. Could be an attempt on an alternate line into bus stop, maybe. I don't know.
Potentially. I'd find it quite hard to imagine trying to take the inside line into the bus stop. Maybe it would save time if you're on worn tires. I don't know.
No clue.
That is something to think about though. But RTA just is he
So,
ahead?
edging ahead. I think it's still Lolzman spearheading this.
Yep. It is Lolzman still spared in this, you are correct. And yep, in the same line they were.
Oh, I think that's 386 hitting the wall a little bit.
Oh, that is. 386 just pushing a little bit too much there behind us. And the 53.
Lolzman here.
Came in. To the pits. I think that GT4 pit side was starting to take place now. Or I think so. Maybe Rossini
Some movement on the leaderboard down there, yeah.
Pit for tires. I believe it was Pretoria Racing getting up to 7th in class. I don't know who they've overtaken, though, unfortunately. That's why, on my end, the leaderboard isn't big enough. You can just see the Emmy machine, the 015, come out of the pits. She will be a lap down. I mean, they will be a lap down.
What I found interesting is that Zero Denial is only down in 13 in a 90.
Jeez.
Tends to be one of the bigger names in Max Mass at least, but
Not his usual pace today.
I don't know if his track record in the Spot Series is any good, but out here today is not where I expect him to be.
Yeah, I really expected it to be up there like top 10, maybe if not for the win,
If
maybe within that like
that's
911 and 91 region. But that is very surprising to see.
I don't know if it's anything to do with the Lexus he's driving, or if it's just something else.
Yeah, he just goes wide there.
I
So it
think
could be
I have
the
heard in the
Lexus
past that the Lexus is not the easiest to drive, so it could be up to that. But
Yeah, Ferrari on the lap quotas as well. Porsche, easy to drive, so that would be helping RCA's case. Still, he's just on the back, constantly on the back of Lolzman, going to turn one. We are now past halfway in this Encore race.
I think, yeah. Oh, they are getting all over the
I tell you what, they are
010
far behind
now.
the retails.
They're all over
Like,
the retails
wow.
back now.
No,
Has the retails made a mistake then?
I
Or is he
think
just
so.
dropping off?
Maybe he's saving a bit more fuel than needs to. Maybe the tires. Sorry, not the fuel. The tires. Maybe the tire was kicking in.
Could
I have
be.
no idea, but
He's getting past left, right, and center now.
yeah, he's dropping like a fly.
And I think that's
Nothing
the
honest.
MSGP getting lapped as well in the background. But
Yep, that is.
wow, the
Dominican
010
Republic machine there.
it's dropping. It's a real.
We have seen some movement in the pits as well.
Let me
555 amp speed in GT4.
53.6 last lap.
No, we
So
haven't come in. The 71, the 226 of Ray has also been into the pits. So the pit stop cycle
should be opening bad now anyway. We're over halfway through the race.
Yeah,
So
this would be
I think everyone's gonna get that pit stops in soon if they wanna pull some undercuts.
Yeah. Just looking to see if Mia's gonna box in this up. No, she will carry on for another lap. So she's confident she can go a bit longer than others.
Don't think she has anything to worry about with the gap she has about any pitting or undercuts or overcuts, really, to be fair.
As long as she keeps it clean and doesn't make any silly mistakes, she'll be fine. As that is the 32. Custy is.
That's the 010 as well, pulling in Doritos. I think, yeah, losing the ground he has was going to be the wake-up call for him to come in there.
Yep. 32 just changing the
tires.
as
well. And is the rest of the pack that was with him going to respond?
They did not.
91 followed him in as well. Oh, no man, he's still there with him.
91 carried on, so it was
91
only
carried
the
on.
42 and the 010. Maybe that'll trigger.
That's them. Oh, that's I think they're also slowly getting close to the 66 Pretoria here.
They are. Lolzman just started.
Lolzman still spearheading this movement, trying to get up the field towards P5 here.
Quick mention though, while the MSGP car is a lap down, I've got to say their livery is absolutely incredible.
Could you just give me a point of who's going to be in that?
I unfortunately wouldn't.
Oh, that's Turbo Race SS, I think, in a 14. Yeah, that is a nice livery, I guess.
It may be a lap down, but at least the guys there, they know how to craft a good livery on the eyes. Drivers, maybe they need to look into that in future endeavors. Mia once again carries on, not pitting as we're going to come down. Just 34 minutes gone now, 26 remaining, and that is the 2. Panos is coming into the pits.
2 Panos indeed pulls in there into the pits. Gorge continues on. Do we see Lolzman continues on as well? RTA is in. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack there, Hanix and
the rest carry on.
Lolzman carry on there. Lolzman now slowly pulling away from Hanix as well, trying to catch this 66, I think.
The 45-mile whole machine is also in. I'll just try and find out who that is quickly. That is James Araba. He's in a very interesting livery there. DHL, and he's
Oh, that's
pretty much overshot his pit box. Oh, there. And the car rolls back. Interesting pit lane techniques there. As he exits now. And Panos just exiting the pits. Is he going to get ahead of the Retails? No, the Retails is ahead. Or is he? Coming out.
Panos and the 0-10 now are locked in close battles, so I think that's Panos losing some ground through the pit stops here.
Yep, so to speak. I can see the 32 of Custy ahead, so yes, he has lost some ground. Whether it was entering the pits or not, I believe Custy has pitted, so he's got his gear back. Panos is gonna have to close up on. He's gonna have to close up on him again.
Is anyone here going to pit anytime soon then? Through round of the lap, I think.
And the
45 is set to get him as well. I think that's a 66 pulling in, 386 following in them as well.
66 and a 386 as well.
Was that in the 66 again?
66, that is 2 secs.
When is it 386 short of the box there?
386 is
might have been a little short of the box there. Coming to stop.
Maybe to begin with. The 20 and the 166 are also in. I'll try and find the 66. The 386 has got to jump on the 66. Very nice stuff to begin with. And that is Flash in the 66.
Oh, right, that's Flash, my bad.
And now we can just see, has Hunix and Flash got any ground? Well,
2 coming around the first corner there, past 386.
Very long pit. You're only going to get off the limiter now. And I tell you what,
I think
they've pretty much. Do I want to say?
Where's Flash? Flash. Oh, is Flash down behind Hunix now?
Flash is behind Hunix. And
Flash has lost quite some ground to the pit stop there.
He's lost ground to Panos, to the Retails, to Hunix, to a lot of
That's
drivers.
a bad pit cycle for Flash, if anything.
Very much.
I want to see where is... Where's Cussy right now? How's Cussy all the way over here?
Cussy's pulled a blinder.
Is that a lead or is he down on them?
Custy... that is net P2. Or is it net P2?
That is... I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm going to wait to see what's up there on the leaderboard, but...
Scorched into the pits. Lolzman carries on.
Oh, yeah.
Needs to see
Broman also in the pits there. For the GT4 leads.
Yep, the 04...
049 leads for now. That's a driver swap for the 19 there. Not sure who hopped in. Oh, never mind. Scorch inherits 19 anyway.
But that is a bit of a slow stop though with the
I know that is Gusty indeed in P5 it seems now. Because he has put something on blind, yeah, you're right. I think that is the undercut doing wonders.
It is.
I think that's always been the case in ISA, and I'm surprised a lot of people have been aiming to overcut really, but...
I think Scorch has... He's lost a bit of significant ground there by trying to go for the overcut.
Scorch now rejoins right behind the 010, I think that is?
Yep, of the Retails, and behind the 2 panels, so he has lost quite significant ground there.
It's a bit of a tricky pit stop, and maybe unclear who was actually taking that car.
And
I saw a teammate hop in, I think, but then hop back out.
Yeah.
And
maybe, I don't... From what I was reading on the chat, maybe the I don't know. Scorch declared that he wasn't driving. So, I mean, I do
Big
not have any idea what
miscommunication
was going
down there then.
Maybe. But
Just
me
20
up
minutes to
ahead,
go, and I think the
still not pitted.
90 is spinning as well now, because I see them dropping down, so that's gonna be
Yep,
0
Postman is
to...
in.
No, never mind, sorry, he's not.
19, I think, has pitted already.
0 to now, still out on track.
Yeah. Zero's trying to take this as long as he can, but I don't think he's going to cover up. I don't think he's going to recover any ground. Or has he? I think he's pitted.
Has he? There's no way he's gained this much.
Unless he has. I don't think he has.
Was all the way down and 13th or so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you are correct. He hasn't pitted. That is my bad there. I can just...
Unless he has, and the standings are slowly updating right now, actually. Oh yeah, I think the 90 has pitted. My bad. Yep, you're right.
If he has pitted, he's gained ground.
Wow!
That's a decent amount of ground to gain. Up to 9th. Ahead of RTA as well.
Yes, Jim.
Might I add.
How's out here? RTA's down really badly after the pit cycle.
I have no idea. His teammate's behind him
Close
as
to his
well.
teammate here, which is Stradal.
Yeah, it's RTA. I think
RTA's
when the
lost.
tires are just starting to...
RTA might be the biggest loser in this pit cycle.
Yeah, 'cause he
Followed
was
by
up north
Flash.
there. Yeah, him and Flash, they've just not.
They've had a bad pit cycle.
Yeah, they've had
Surprisingly.
a stinker. Absolute stinker. To think they were going to be up there for like top 3, top 5, maybe
Has
potentially
the
not.
Lawsman pitted yet though? I don't think so. Oh, never mind, he's not in the car anymore. Someone else is in the 911. So they have pitted then. Not sure who is in it
Yeah,
right now.
We will confirm who that is in a bit. If I flick through. But they will not be second. Aha! Blazed now is driving the 911.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, that is... Huh. That was the person I saw hop into the 19 first. So that's one hell of a miscommunication. I also see a Euroworks bucked up in the chicane, but...
Yeah, that would be the...
Wow, okay.
34.
So they got it wrong way around. Which car Blaze was going to be in then?
That is a massive blunder.
But, oh yeah, they've pitted just now then actually, yeah. Okay, I see. We're going to see where the 911 drops down to, actually.
Custy has retaken that second place. Mia still going on.
911 here, also not definitely nowhere near the biggest winners of this pit cycle. They've dropped down quite a bit. They're about to be passed by Zero Denial, who's been coming up all the way from P13 or so. He's had a really good pit cycle, going pretty long. And somehow making it work. Way better than anyone else. Zero Denial here. Is he gonna charge up the field from P8 now?
I mean, potentially he might.
That is a blinder, if anything.
Yeah, he was down in what, 13 for me?
13 or so.
Pit cycle.
So he's made this pit cycle work really well.
Another one who's made the pit cycle work is the 386 of Hunix. Amazingly well.
Up into 6 now.
Really good.
I wonder, is that smart refueling here then maybe taking the biggest gains?
Maybe they haven't taken all full fuel. If I was going to
That's my best guess, that some people here have taken less fuel than others and actually
Mia has completed her pits.
Mia's in the pit stop?
Looking at that, she will rejoin comfortably in the lead.
No surprises there.
Yep, way ahead of her teammate. So I mean, who's got that race win? Unless something catastrophic like a disconnect happens, she's got that win, all in hand. But Custy, can he keep? I mean, he's got a 5-second gap at the moment. Can he manage those tires and bring home an SFM 1-2? Can Panos close up? Can Scorch retake it? The Resouse is there. the 04 that is being lapped. That is the 04 of Speedy being lapped. We've got. This is going to be an interesting finish here. It's going to be a really interesting finish. If they don't exceed the CC limit within the next 10 to 12 minutes, I think.
Is anyone looking hot for CCs actually?
I do not know, unfortunately. Flicking through chat, I don't think I've seen any DTPs being handed out.
Look through leaderboard real quick, Tom, if you see any wheelie icons.
I don't. I don't know. 226 is in his usual position, so I don't think no one's really exceeded the CC limit in GT3 yet. In GT4, I think so, but in GT4 we do have a new leader in the Blue Force GP.
I assume they're yet to pit along with the 555,
Yeah.
unless they've built a blinder through the pit cycle, which would surprise me.
If they've pulled the blind,
have they pitted yet? I don't know.
I actually do.
I'd be surprised if they have.
I'm trying to find who's in the 049.
Because those Supras are still in their respective order.
In the 3, we've had a driver change. Rokio
Rokio's now taking over that car then.
And in a 53, we've got Wilson there. Who is driving the 049? Right, well, it's not on the spectate sheet, to my understanding, as I think the 555.
555 just pitted then, I think.
Yeah, so he is now.
That must mean the 049 is yet to pit as well, I think. So
he's now second in class. I think.
That's a 3-second in class for now.
Yeah, but
that should be provisional first, I assume. Did the 555 make some insane gains there then?
Speaking of the 049.
Meanwhile, by the way, the 91, 92 are locked in a battle, inter-team battle here. After RTA dropped down through the pit cycle, now he's battling his teammate Stradal.
Yeah.
Who is looking to finish out of him, I think. Meanwhile, also, the 2 of Panos is being hunted down by the 19 Relux, manned by Blaze. Sorry. Who's that? That's still Scorch, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
Driver switch happened in 911.
Yes. That's Scorch hunting the podium down now.
Yep.
Sweet lap, one of the GT4 015.
As long as Hyperdrive finish ahead of the 386.
12 minutes to go here.
Yeah. I just have to go attend to something real quick. I will be back as fast as I can.
Into turn 1 here. Scorch is doing everything he can to get that podium spot, I think, here. Shutting down number 2. Manned by Panos. I think that gap seems like it's shrinking. Meanwhile, the 049 Blue Force, I think, has pitted, and Rokio inherits the lead of the GT4 class. And wood, that's going. It seems like the other 2 Supras have lost out through the pit cycles then, the 26 and 227, because they are off the podium. It's a bit of a surprise, because they seemed comfortable in those podium spots for sure. Meanwhile, that's Panos, I think, about to be passed by Scorch Death for the podium. Not quite past, but Scorch is all over him. Gonna be seeking his chance now to get out of him with just 10 minutes to go. Onto the trioval. Let's see the gaps here. I think Felix lose a little ground, I think.
Yep, and I am now back. Sorry for
With
that.
you
A
back
little
now,
bit
I just
of
noticed through the pit cycles in GT4 there, apart from the number 3, the other two Supras did lose out there, surprisingly.
Oh,
Who was in
so that
that
would be the
blue
two
force and am speed, but they did
Yeah, that
something
would
well
be
through pit cycles there.
that would be faint in the
Fine.
555, just under Emily and the Spectator. They've crawled back and are neck and neck with the 049, who have the 049 pitted.
Overnight has better, yes.
Wow, so this is the battle for second.
That is well for second. So a quick push should be in that car.
So looking at the gaps now,
Oh,
Custy has pretty much driven away from Panos, or maintains that gap around 5.5 seconds. So the real battle was for that final podium spot in GT3, and I can tell you what, Panos and Scorch are pretty much neck and neck down the back straight. Again, we see Scorch going left on the back straight and then moving back to the right for the bus stop.
interesting
Really,
line then.
really particular to see. Maybe he's pulling out to the left to reduce a little bit of lag within
Possibly?
his confines, which is a
It
pretty
took-
good strat.
Let's see. Nope. Necklace sort of.
Just looking at
Oh, it's
the
actually
three now.
RXV2Z in the 049 there for Blue Force.
RXV.
XP and the 555 they're locked head to head as well for second. As I see something moving, I think the 386 and 66 are locked in battle as well, I think here.
Yeah, I think
Flash is hunting his position back after that disastrous pit cycle, really. I'd almost argue.
I think Hunks has just started to experience I'm a little bit tired with it, and tell you what, the 66 on exit is ahead of 36.
66 is there trying to get a move on now. Trying to see what he can claw back up to.
He's got about 3 seconds after the retails. So if he can get him back, that would be a good recovery drive there.
Would be, with just a mere 7 minutes left on the clock.
Yep. With Mia obviously.
Meanwhile, I think Scorch now on the standings is actually past the number 2, but that's still neck and neck.
He is.
And this is gonna go down to the wire, I reckon.
It really is. 7 minutes, they're still toe to toe. But if you look in the back, the retails slowly and steadily closing in on that Porsche 2 machine there. The team of Hyperdrive Racing still in that position to get that invitational. No one else in this top 5 can secure it. So they're in a really good spot to secure it so far. The only other team that can do is Pretoria. So I mean, a Flash in these final 6 minutes.
I mean, I'm EG there as well, but I don't think either this 66 or the 386 will pull anywhere close to the top here. So I think that is pretty much set.
Yeah, but I mean, that is a 6-second gap. So
I don't think they're closing that off in 6 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, the retails is getting closed up on by Flash now. Flash is really driving it home now. He is gunning it now.
He needs to if he wants to gain anything in this dying stage of the race. He's come clean away from the 360 now.
Yep, he is gaining up that lost ground. Back down in 9th, however, Stradell has got past Blazed for P9. at the start in the middle of Sector 1.
Where are we now? Sredal. Oh,
No,
yes, Sredal has. Leaving the Velux as well as his teammate in it. This would look to be one of the favorites for the entire race, actually. But
yeah,
I think this hasn't been where a lot of people thought he'd be after the times in practice.
he really hasn't, unfortunately.
Now he's losing out to Sredal, his teammates.
Indeed.
Stuck behind Blazed.
Just touching briefly on that GT4 gap.
GT4.
The 049 is not that too far back on Rokio. All new teams in GT4 looking to get that coveted GT spot for that Invitational to Sebring. I mean, it's not looking possible right now that Fate in that amp speed cozies up to the back of Rokio and passes him, but if Rokio was to make a mistake, then that race would truly be on.
But for now, Rokio seems to be comfortably in the lead with just 4 minutes left on the clock.
I'd say if he doesn't make any mistakes, he's got it locked down.
Meanwhile, in GT3, the 19 Velux is pulling away from the 2 quite comfortably as well, leaving the podium almost uncontested if he keeps up this pace.
Indeed. Custy, he's just kept it clean, kept his P2 so far.
Yeah, Custy's done really well with his strategy, I think. I think the massive undercut really helped him out.
Indeed, because to come back from where he was at the start of this race to get there.
Seemed to be doing not too well dropping back, but the undercuts really brought him back into the game here. I think,
really has.
Yeah, this race, behind the scenes secretly, has been really strategic.
Indeed. Strategy is the name of the game, essentially. He went for that. I would have assumed he extremely went for that undercut there to try and maximize his track position. Whereas, obviously, Mia had the option to go for the overcut, that long, aggressive overcut, because he had that advantage. If we saw that from Flash, potentially, I feel like he would have dropped back to where he was in the first stint. But at least he's done what he's done now to ensure that he's securing that 1-2 for SFM. Just further back in P5, though, Flash has caught up to the back of the retails.
Oh, he has. That's going to be an interesting battle with just 2 to go as well. You know, I think the gap between the 19 and the 2 is growing, I assume? So I think that is just Scorch making off now.
He is. He needs to make off now. He's going to keep that P3. And it looks like if he keeps it nice, he will. Oh, it's really sad to see that while they're going by the 78 6th in class.
Oh, what happened to them? They've been passed by the 53 now.
It must have
26 as well, I think. Actually, I don't know. 26 wasn't up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a horrible pit stop cycle.
They must have. I mistook 26 for being originally up there, but no, that would have been the 78. So I don't know where they went.
It's surprising because I actually had
They were in a comfortable second for, well, up until the pit cycle there.
It's very surprising to see that they've had this fall off there. Like, they'll have to study it back and make sure not to go wrong again. But Mia now just rounding that final corner to begin the final lap here at Daytona. The final lap of season 11. And I tell you what, season 11, she's dominated. All bar one race in Korea. But every time she's been there, she's been on the ball, consistent, never skipped a beat. She has. But in P3 at the moment, Scorch, I'd say comfortably, has
quite comfortably now, yeah.
Yeah, he's
5, 6. Yes, that gap is Oh, and the 6-6 actually passes.
And the 911 will get a post
Victoria.
race.
Oh,
For a
post race for the
season.
CC limit. That's gonna be. What are we running right
It's
now?
not really
Down in 11. He's been passed by
Yeah.
RT as well by now.
That driver switch really did not do them good. Now that's the 34 going slow of HTC. Have they run out of fuel?
Have they?
I think so. They look to be going really slow. I don't know how they've done that. Maybe they've just miscommunicated, but
Is that
the checkered flag is out now.
packet flag is out now? Does that mean me? Yeah.
Rokio is just coming through the bus stop now.
Oh, that's Mia's coming through the bus stop here.
I think if Mia might just get ahead of here, and the two leaders will come across the line together.
That would be look really nice, I think.
That would be amazing. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think she's gonna pull out of Rokio, yeah?
Yeah.
But Mia's about to take the flag here.
Yeah. Once again,
Wish that were
off
quick.
an excellent season. Mia in that elusive one.
Onto the trioval. Undisputed
dominating.
here today. 21-second gap for now. She slows it down here. She wins. She's taking the line in reverse.
Reverse, no way.
That's ridiculous. What? Mia takes a win here, going backwards. What I want to be watching here out now is the
Custy caps off of an excellent
battle.
1-2.
Where is it? I need
Scorch in the 19 takes P3.
Is that Flash? Flash gets P5 at the end of the day.
Flash.
Good clawback after what happened during the pit cycle.
The retail.
Zero denial as well. What a surprise from where he was early in the race.
What a clawback.
Brings it back in P8.
Stradell P9.
Stradell
P
ahead of his teammate.
HTC in the 71 will possibly get P11 because of the 911
That's
race.
Rokio's still racing, isn't he?
GT4.
That is, yeah.
He is along with. Is Damn Speed still racing? Damn Speed is still racing, but he is along.
Yeah, Rokio's comfortably in the lead here.
So Rokio should comfortably.
That 3 is gonna win them GT4 class here.
Indeed, he's been flawless.
Bromo's been flawless in the first stint. Rokio's been flawless in the second stint.
Both drivers
just absolutely clean, controlled their race. While a lot of other competitors seemingly have struggled through the pit cycle.
Meme Racing in GT3 just secure 17th place over Equip Fort in a 38. It's a shame. I mean, the 78 in GT4 got P5 at the end.
Yeah, Rokio now through trioval and wins his class.
And he secures that invitational spot to Sebring. Fate in the 555 takes it home in P2 for Amp Speed. What a recovery. What a recovery after the first stint.
Quite surprised. I thought the Supras were going to stay 1, 2, 3 there, but GT7 and the 78 in particular really dropped off through the pit cycle there.
Yeah. 4th and 5th in class is 049 of RX V2, securing that P3 after a horrible start. What a way to do so. 227 and 4th, 5th for the 78, 6th for Vittoria. Rossini on their return finished P7. Not exactly how they would have hoped their return went, but they will be looking to reconquer that. Emmy, the new outfit in GT4, finishes last in class. Of the current runners, 2 laps down the leader.
I think it's time for the podium real soon.
That would be with GT3 and GT4 with Mia, Custy and Scorch, and then Rokio and Bra, Faint, and then RX V2 in GT4. It's just a shame. It's just a real big shame that the 911 machine really struggled there to regain ground after that pit stop. I
Yeah,
mean,
that is really
the 19
unfortunate
did
how Dave drops off. Quite a few people
the
really
19 did
suffered through the
really
pit
well.
cycles here, and
Yeah,
this race turned out quite strategic to
yeah. The
maybe
19,
some people's surprises there. So
yeah, the
time
19
for
was
the
really good.
podiums. So we're gonna make our way there as well.
Indeed. Get it back. I just think with that whole driver swap scenario, that was really odd.
Really odd indeed, and I think that cost 19 really looks a low time, but they recovered really well
Yeah,
to get back to the podium.
911 just couldn't find that.
That
Just
one
couldn't find
won.
it.
I wonder if they had much issues as well when it's
Yeah.
to
I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to
winning
pace.
car now pulls up to the podium. That's Mia's #1 SFM car.
She's
Rolls
really
off.
topped off there with a #1 in the end. Undisputed champion, an undisputed winner here.
Chrissy.
Will we see her in Sebring in a couple months' time? I'd like to
I
think
think
so.
she's having one last crack at Sebring, I heard, as far as I'm aware.
I'd like to think so. She wouldn't sign off without a win in Sebring if she was going to retire from RSCA. Like after a campaign like that, some people would be revitalized and essentially go again. Try and repeat the same success. But of course, every season
This is your
there's going to be
overall top 3 and GT3 top 3. Mia, Chrissy, and Scorch. After for the podium at least. Pretty interesting race. Scorch especially had to really fight for that spot. But Chrissy as well pulled back after his pit cycle. So, mostly strategically, I think, a really interesting race.
very interesting. It proves once again that the undercut isn't forever will always be superior in Oscar there. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah,
Even
because he
if
just came out of nowhere again after that undercut, and a lot of people going really long actually.
very even I think it was the 19 and the 90 going long. They got the overcut and they actually worked it to their specifications, but
Now time for the GT4 podium with, of course, the #3 winning the race, pulling up here, commanding the race really from that side.
they led from start to finish.
Yep. Well, 3-pit cycle because some cars pit really late. I think actually like those other cars, their really late stops might have done them a favor. It was 78 and the 227 there. For a moment, Ambrokio will win the
I've
class.
never seen it, but I'm pretty sure their driver switch was flawless.
Must have been, yeah. You would have barely noted they did end up switching drivers. But
Yeah,
really did their job really well as they should have, and
they really
brought
did.
back
And
the
they've
car in, well, the top position, top side of the podium.
indeed, and they've secured that invitational to GT and Sebring as well.
555
So-
amp speed second, 049 Blue Force GP in third.
Blue Force really surprised me today, along with amp speed. I thought they were going to be like.
Well, it really
50-50
surprised me
cars.
because the other two Supras looked really comfortable in those podium spots, and the 555 and the 049 just beat them through the pit cycles, surprisingly.
I still have no idea what happened to the 78 though. That man.
Yeah, 78 in particular fared really badly, but I mean, the 227 as well dropped down through that pit cycle.
227 was keeping the 3 in close touch as well, along with the 78. Maybe did they go too long, or did they go too short?
They might have gone too short because I think 049 the 555 went really, really long. And that just, I don't know where this 78 went, but they dropped down really badly. They were in a comfortable second place before all this. But
Gosh,
at
it's
the end of the
strange to see
day,
that from.
this is your podium right here. GT4 winners,
Very
Roki and
surprising
Brur
podium
in the
indeed.
number 3 Tachyon racing car. So at the end of this strategy pack race, really, we have the number 1 and number 3 winning their respective classes. Looking at the GT4 podium now. It's about to round of the activities here. So quite an exciting race, strategy-wise.
Showcasing what Oscar is always good for, the amazing strategies and interesting strategies that people come up with.
Quite race and GT4 especially, some big surprises, but also Zero Denial, I think one of the big surprises out there in the GT3 field, going up back to 8, I think.
He did, I believe he did claw it back to 8th. The 386 as well, going from outside the top
finish,
10
but
to P7.
they showed it on very early on in the race. I think Zero Denial is come like he was no up there until those pit cycles.
Yeah, he was
I think
down in
a
about
lot to
15th.
find in the strategies here today.
Indeed. If this track makes a return in season 12, it's XLMS, we know it's going to improve. We know it's going to deliver.
So one last rundown of the standings here. Mia wins with her teammate Custy securing second after seemingly dropping down through the pit cycle but then coming back up when everyone else pitted. Scorch securing the last podium step in the 19 Relux after weird pit lane miscommunication. Beating Panos in the number 2 Hyperdrive, who looked really close him throughout most of the race there, but then dropped off towards the end really. I've been twice, I don't know. 6-6 of Flash in 5th after also having not quite as good of a pit cycle, but then climbed back up, beating the 0-10 Proto and the 386 MBG. Of 0 Denial in a surprising 8th after seemingly not really being up there in the first half of the race, but then pulling back up through pit cycles. We have the 92, I think that would have been Stradal. And yeah, and then the 91 of RTA in 10th, who looked really promising early on in the race, fighting for the top spots, but dropped off through pit cycles. So probably bad stop. 911 Relux, down in 11th, who was also fighting up there, leading that charge towards 5th, I think, earlier in the race. But after driver swap, just couldn't deliver on the momentum, almost losing out to the 71 as well, the Euroworks.
The position also might change because of a potential post-race penalty.
Right. They were 45 and 13. I think the 45 was the one having the penalty, wasn't it? Really close to the 20 of Tachyon. 56 of Eclipse manned by, I think, Ray and...
Yep.
I think someone else as well, not quite sure. 10 and 15.
I believe just Ray.
166 Vortex 16, 56 and 17, 38, 14, 01, 34 other works running off the GT3 grid. GT4 won by Bromon and Rokio, followed by the 555 Amp Speed and the 049 Blue Force. That surprised everyone through the pit cycles. 227 will look to be set for third, but finished fourth after split cycles, and 78 dropped down from second all the way down to 15th class. Then followed by the 26, the 53 and the 015, as well as 3 DNAPs today, I think.
The 36 of Inca Sport in GT3, as well as the 13 of Crown Racing, and the 104 of Scuderia Camino.
And I think that's gonna be everything from us. So, I want to thank you all for tuning in to RSCA.TV. For the last race of season 11. Next up's gonna be season 12 Sebring, I think. So I don't know if we'll still be on commentary or not, but we'd love to see you back. And thank you for watching.
That's all from us. Take care, stay safe on the roads, and maybe we'll see you next